My name is Xavier Henry. This assignment right now is the week 3 assessment video. My first real experience that I remember of the entertainment industry was going to the Spice Girls concert when I was 4 years old. Ever since I've been to that concert, I became an addict. I've gone to hundreds. Just the feeling every time, it never gets dull to me. Someone put this together and someone had the time to make a schedule for whoever this artist is to travel the entire country. I want to be a booking agent so I could do the exact same thing. I got my first real shot in the entertainment industry when I went to Florida Gulf Coast, where I threw on a few different concerts for the entire school. I worked hand in hand with actual booking agents. The master I chose from the book today was John Coltrane. He realized his calling from seeing another master. I kind of felt I did when I was 4 years old. Coltrane started music as a hobby, found his calling with the saxophone. He had a chance to go see a famous saxophonist named Charlie Parker. At this moment is when he knew music was his real calling. It felt like the emotion was coming right out of the instrument. Coltrane was instantly hooked after. He was trying to find any way to learn about music more. He started reading about music. He started playing even more instruments after so he can incorporate it into his saxophone. He was constantly playing. He actually started to drive his family crazy. He decided to take his music live and started booking shows. The good thing with this is he would join many bands. With different bands, they wanted him to have a different sound. He truly got to begin to master different types of saxophones, how they play, what styles. It was also a downfall for him though, because whenever he had to play a solo set, he didn't really know what to do. He was trying to emulate other people. He never truly found his own sound. It wasn't until he was able to meet Miles Davis and join his band where Davis knew that this kid had potential and told him to express his own sound and start going his own way when he did a solo. He began to practice by himself once again to find his own style, and ultimately he did. Because he was so vast with so many different styles, because he learned from all these other bands, he combined them all. There's a passage on page 207 of Robert Greene's Mastery that he explains it perfectly. He states Coltrane would alternate fast passages with long tones, giving the impression that several voices were coming through the saxophone at once. People didn't know how to react at first. His music was so detailed that people never heard anything like it. He started to become known for it and eventually left Davis's band after playing with them for a few years. The rest became history. He ultimately became a trendsetter. There's another quote in the book Mastery by Robert Greene on page 208 that states, "The man who spent 10 years absorbing the styles of all forms of music and jazz now had become the trendsetter for others. A man that didn't know his own sound ended up becoming the one to emulate." His story overall just really resonated with me because the first time that I saw a master really amazed me, and I knew instantly that I wanted to be in the industry and do that exact same thing. He had mentors throughout Davis who he eventually joined a band with. He really emulated with me because he was the first one to really realize that this kid does have potential. Miles Davis actually encouraged him to leave the band and start his own one. Now that we touched a little bit about a master on the book, I wanted to touch another subject that was in the book, the 7 deadly realities. But the ones I chose is rigidity and passive aggression. Rigidity is, I would want to say, the natural instinct to form a routine becomes natural and comforting to us to have a routine. But it's also dangerous to us because sometimes we get stuck on an idea. It's kind of hard to break it. It's important to stay adventurous and open-minded. I want to be a booking agent. Disappointments happen all the time. I have to be flexible. I also wanted to touch on passive aggression because everyone does it. Fair confrontation, and some people are milder than others. There's different ways of going about it. You can ignore it, straight out call them out, but know the other person because you could call them out and they could be so insecure about themselves and mess you up in the long run. I'm going to have clients. I can't have people bad mashing them and messing up their name.